How's it going, Switcher community? I hope your weekend is going well. My name is Tim. I am the Senior Manager of Customer Experience here at Switcher. And I'm just coming on live for a moment to talk a bit about things that I have learned throughout my career at Switcher about live streaming, but also just like some of the tricks of I don't even want to say tricks of the trade, because it's not so much that. It's more so just like accepting what happens when you're live streaming. So one of the things that early on, whenever I was working at Switcher, I really wanted to make these really polished, really curated streams. And I think that there's a clientele and there's a use case for that. But as we progress in this digital age, some of the trends that I've just kind of read about and seen online firsthand is that people are really just craving that authenticity, that aspect of, putting me up on camera, and start talking about what's going on ad hoc, no big planned agenda, but just making the content engaging and entertaining and relatable, right? So yeah, whenever I first started Switcher, did a live stream, and I was so insecure. I was so nervous about saying the right things, not messing up, not making weird faces or looks or things like that. And now it's just kind of, I'm coming to this place where it's not easy. Easier said than done, right? It's not easy to put yourself on camera in front of who knows how many screens, how many people are watching on the other end of things. And just to be yourself, I think it requires a bit of courage regardless. I know that I get minor heart palpitations every time I press that record button, but it's so worth it, because I think that the way that you can connect with community, especially communities that are limited by location, in the sense that you might have an online community, you might have people, whether you're a podcast or a church or whatever you're doing with Switcher, you might have people that are just not able to be present, right, to some of the in-person things you might do. So for me, I think what I've learned is that it's okay to not be as perfect as possible. It's okay. You can actually embrace mistakes. You can be human, which I think is just good all around life advice, right? But also just the value of doing that and how it builds community. Because people want real people. They don't want this clean, polished, perfect example. They want someone that's relatable. So yeah, I've just learned that how far being relatable goes when it comes to making content, especially live stream content. And also because you can't always control. There's always going to be variables. There's going to be things that you can't expect for, but that's part of the magic, honestly. That's part of what makes live streaming so appealing, and so just like rich in content. Yeah, I really can't think of anything like it. Recorded content and uploaded content, it's also such a good means of communication. But whenever you're able to get behind a camera live and just run at it and go for it, that's always a special time too. So yeah, Switcher community, I appreciate you all. I'm so thankful for you. And what I have learned is just to be yourself, be okay with making mistakes, being okay with being perceived as weird or awkward, who cares? And embrace the fact that your community is what you're doing it for. You're doing it for the people on the other end of the camera or the screen, providing them with some sort of content that they find valuable. So this is probably all things that you all know and I've learned from you throughout my journey. So thank you for letting me be a student to so many of the things and the wisdom in the communities around live streaming in our customer base. But yeah, again, I hope y'all have a good weekend. Thanks for hopping on for a few moments to listen to me yap, and be good. Yeah, take care.